What is up, everybody? How is everybody doing? I am out on another outdoor adventure today. It is a beautiful day here. I haven't been outside too much lately because it has just been so horribly hot and humid, but today it's finally nice, so we're gonna go on an outdoor adventure. We are at Allaire State Park. Now, I have never been here before, but there's some cool stuff to see. We got a historical village. We're gonna check that out. And later on, we got something truly cool and remarkable to see, so come with me. Okay, here we go. Historic village of Allaire. Looking pretty scenic and beautiful right there. So let's take a trip back in time today. And right here, we have this beautiful row house. Just check that out. What a large building. I don't normally see them this large when I come to places like this. And so this was built in 1820. Isn't that incredible? That is 200 years old. Just look at how beautiful and scenic this place is. And it is just such a lovely day out today. Haven't had a day like this in a while. It's either just been hot or we just got a bad storm. But it's nice out today, and it's nice to be here. And it looks like the museum is actually open. So let's go inside. So now this town used bog iron for the production of iron, which is iron ore taken from the bogs down here at the Jersey Shore area. And right here, we actually have a chunk of the bog iron, and it says right here, I'm allowed to touch it. So I'm going to touch the bog iron. I can feel the energy. Here we see some nautical related artifacts. Got an anchor right here. We got this is a basket used for catching eels. And we got some fishing lures. Right here we have a giant water wheel, which was used in the production of iron. Now, I've seen these before at Long Pond Ironworks. Really cool stuff. And right into this room, we have all kinds of equipment used in the production of iron right here. Looks like these were pots used for iron. Look at all these tools and things. Oh, that's really cool. Right here we have a portal to another dimension. Now this is actually a blast furnace. That's really neat. And just look at that big nameplate back there. James P. Allaire, the man who this town was named after. And just look at the size of these cauldrons right here. Isn't that something? Wow. Look at this cool safe here, all covered in studs. Isn't that neat? That looks like something out of the movie Hellraiser. That's pretty cool. And right back here, we got some mannequins showing off some of the fashions of the time. And right in this room, we see the furnishings of what a house like this would have been for one of the workers. Yeah, so this row house, it was inhabited by people who worked in iron production here. And I guess they would rent the space. Pretty cool stuff right here. Looks like we got some fruit baskets right there in that old cast iron stove. That's pretty cool. And just look at this lovely village we're taking a walk through. Just feels like taking a step back in time, doesn't it? And right here outside this blacksmith shop, we got these really big mill wheels here. Whole stack of them. I have never seen so many. Just look at these. Right here we are in a blacksmith shop. Just look at the size of these bellows here.
If 400 people living in the village, plus he is on the state trust line. So he has a lot of people who've been shopping. But the wind cannot blow out.
And just look at this building. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this building was, but it's really cool and unique looking. Yeah, just look at this cool chimney. Alright, now this is really funny to me. They actually have the porta potties styled to look like old school outhouses. I have never seen that before, but that's funny to me. We got this really cool looking barn here. Let's go see what's inside. Looks like we got an old plow. Looks like we got all kinds of cool old equipment. Let me clear these spider webs out. Yeah, look at that. All kinds of cool stuff in here. All kinds of old equipment. Just look at these big old forks right there. Pretty cool stuff. And look at this. This is a stage depot. So I assume they would have stagecoaches go through here. That's a really cool looking building. So now this might be hard to see, but they have all kinds of old stagecoaches in here. How cool is that? Alright, now this is incredible. Right here, we have the iron furnace. And just look at how huge this one is. I hope you can just see how big this one is. Now, I've seen a couple things like this. I don't think I've ever seen one as big as this one right here. And it looks like I can go down below and get a better look at it. Yeah, just right down this little trail here takes us to the furnace. It is massive. Wow. Let's get a close look at this thing. This is very impressive to see. I think the only thing I've seen bigger than this was the concrete kilns in Coplay. I've seen other iron forges, but they've never been as big as this one. Just look at the size of these blocks that they used to make it. Right down here is where they would feed it. Yeah, just look at this one. And right here we have the church. And just look at that cool clock tower with that fish weather vane on top of that. Isn't that neat? So they also have this old train station here. Looks like they got some antique rail cars and stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff. Let's get a look at this engine right here. Isn't that cool? Do we have any railroad people watching this? I know people are really into trains, into stuff like this. I think it's cool, but I know some people, like, they're really into it. Yeah, just look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Let's go look inside. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. Alright, so that village was pretty cool. What we're about to see next out here on this trail are dinosaurs. Are you ready? So, right down at the end of this path, we're about to encounter some beasts from millions of years ago. Dinosaurs who still roam the earth. So I came here looking for dinosaurs, but it looks like I've encountered an alien, a visitor from the realms beyond. Pretty weird. And it looks like I've arrived in a pine forest. And just look at all these. What is this place? Getting kind of some Blair Witch vibes. Look at all these little lean-tos people have made. So they got this little sign here, welcome to Robin's Woods. And right here we got this cool little altar or fireplace. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, maybe a bench? Yeah, it's a bench, Raymond, you idiot. I think I see one. Is that a dinosaur? I think it's a dinosaur. Let's get a look at this. Oh, here we see the mighty Stegosaurus. Just look at this creature. Look at the plates on its back. And back here, we have what's scientifically known as the Thagomizer. But just look at this guy. How cool is that? So yeah, obviously these aren't real dinosaurs. These are sculptures created here and on display. Just look at that. How cool is that? Oh, they even put like a deer jaw in there. That's really neat. Let's look at the back of this guy. So they got it suspended on ropes. Kind of gives it more of like an animated pose here. That is so cool. And just look at its feet. And right here we have a Triceratops. Look at the crest they made for that guy. And his horns right there. He's got his face all dug down. And just look at the rib cage and everything else on this thing. Lots of intricate work went into this. And it's just really neat. Let's get a look at its tail. And I love the feet. And I love how they're in like sort of an animated pose, that they're not just static. Really cool. And I hope you can kind of appreciate just how large these are. I'd say it's about 5 or 6 foot right there at the top. Pretty cool stuff right here. And this right here is absolutely incredible. Just look at this Tyrannosaurus right here. Let's get a look at his face. See, they even put actual bones into it to kind of give it more of a feel of like an actual dinosaur skeleton. And just look at his tiny arms right there. And so they got this thing suspended on some cables here just to kind of give it more animation. This is so neat. I love this so much. You know, I'm a grown man and I love dinosaurs. I always have, you know. I guess I never grew out of that. Let's walk around to the other side. This is the coolest thing. And this right here is just absolutely bonkers. I hope you can kind of make out what this is. We have a pterodactyl right here. We have its skull, and we have its wingspan. And right below it, it is feeding a younger pterodactyl. Yeah, look at this. Who thought to do something like this? This is so cool. That's amazing. And they even made a whole nest for it. And just all around this space here, they got all these sculptures made out of branches and sticks. Just look at this throne right here. They even put some weird skulls and stuff here. Make it even creepier. And just all through this section, they have all these like lean-to structures, stuff like that. I guess that people just come here and build for fun. I guess if you were in the woods and you needed to make a shelter, you could always build something like this. So thank you for joining me on this trip to Allaire State Park. We got to take a trip back in time at that village. We got to see some really amazing dinosaur sculptures. So thank you for joining me. My name is Ray. My channel is Ray Out There. If you like this video, please hit subscribe to join me in my adventures in the future. Thank you for watching.